This is going to be a tutorial on how to use polymer clay to make cane beads. Now the basic idea of cane jewelry is that it's beads made from a cane, which essentially is what happens when you do this. Now you could just do this and have a bead made this way, which is essentially what it would look like, but just having it solid color is really boring. So I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit more interesting. Let's start off with what you'll need. Alright, most polymer clay starter kits will come with this stuff. This is a baking rack. You can lay beads across the center of it, you can have things in here, or you got this nice little grid thing, which is perfect for using these long pins. They set right across, and this is so you can have things raised up and not touching. Like if you have a lot of beads that you're doing, you can have the bead on this so that it's suspended rather than laying flat. This way you keep the nice round shape of your bead. It'll also come with these. They're very, very sharp on one end and dull on the other. And you'll have a whole bunch of them in a little tube. Now most starter kits come with these, so this is what you're going to get. You're also going to have a nice little piece of plexiglass for storage purposes and packaging purposes. It fits right in your baker rack, but don't bake it. This is to keep your table clean and for providing yourself a nice flat surface. What you're going to want to go ahead and do is use your rolling pin, which is also going to come with your kit, and you can make things nice and flat. It's clear so you can keep an eye on the pattern that you're working on, and you can also check and make sure you're not smushing the pattern on the other side if you're doing a double-sided piece. And the last item that's going to come with your beginner's kit is a blade. Now this thing is sharp, and this is meant for slicing. If you have doing something like cane, is slicing the beads. You can also buy variations of this cutter, stuff like this. They have ripple ones, zigzags, puzzle piece looking ones, all kinds of stuff that you can use, but it's all the same thing, just basically for slicing clay once you're finished with the project to cut it all up. Now this is a pasta maker. This thing is awesome because it really helps you prep your clay before you're going to use it. Now the handle just kind of turns, and when it does this, it's going to pull the clay right through these here, and it'll come out underneath. Now this is awesome because you can get your clay much smoother and much more even on a flat level than you can with the rolling pin. And you can actually choose the width. There's a dial on the side that if you pull out and twist and locks back in place, but there are numbers on the dial, and you can choose a number, and the lower the number, the wider the space in between the wheels here, and the thicker your clay is going to be. And the higher the number, the closer together the wheels will be, and the thinner it'll be. You can get it almost paper thin. So this thing gets your clay nice and smooth and level. So if you're trying to do something like cane, it's very good to have one of these. That way you can really do it. I rely on it like crazy. There's a basic sculpting tool. This bad boy. These things are like 50 cents at a craft store. What you do is it helps you put holes in the beads so that you can use them in jewelry. You are going to need clay. You don't have to get this brand, although this one is really good. It's got instructions on the back, and all of the colors have a number, which is awesome. Also, you want to make sure you read the package of your clay, because it's going to have a temperature and a time. Like this one says 265 degrees in the oven for 30 minutes. This is extremely important. You do not want to burn your project. If you spend like an hour or so working on making these beads and then you burn them, not only is your project ruined, but your house is gonna stink. Trust me, I know. You just basically put it on the amount of clay that you want, run it right through like that, and break right off. So this is the amount I want to use. And when you first take it off, it's going to be kind of hard. It's just going to break when you bend it, rather than what you expect clay to do. It's going to be a lot harder than you'd expect. So the idea is you got to kind of mush it together. Let's just put a little bit of muscle into it and mush it and mush it and mush it. You know, till it's good and smooth. When you've got it smooth the way you want it, nice and soft, just take the clay and put it right in there. Make sure you have the number set to the thickness of the clay that you want it. Take the crank, and it comes out just like this.